I am going to walk you through my day to help you understand what it looks and feels like for me when I am in alignment. So I'm probably going to bounce around a lot because to understand why things are crazy, I kind of have to give the backstory. So if you're new here, today is like day 18 of me exploring the question, what happens when someone stops living from obligation and starts living from their heart? So I quit my career like 15 months ago. I've just been trust falling into the universe, and I followed the pull of my heart to Austin, Texas. So I'm actually staying in like the Lockhart area right now, but I'll be dog sitting for 6 weeks next week in Austin. And so yeah, I just followed my heart here from Cleveland, Ohio. I'm not living in my car, but from my car, right? And so if you're interested in that, please follow along. So anyway, today I woke up and I went on a hike with my friend who I'm staying with mom, who's also in town. So me and her went on a hike. We had such a good conversation. Well, on our way to the hike, there was a truck in front of us, and I was like, oh my God, this truck was parked at the state park the other day when I was there, and I literally took a video of it. I'll put it right here. And I was like, I don't know who she is, but I love her. So anyway, that truck was in front of us on the way to the hike, which I just thought was funny. And then they didn't end up going to the same place again. But anyway, so I'm like, cool, clocked that. No such thing as coincidence. And then I decided to go to the river today just to hang out. And when I was getting ready to go, I like went to my area inside where I have all my glasses cases, and I went to grab some sunglasses, and then I remembered I don't really have any good sunglasses here. I have a pair of prescription sunglasses that I didn't bring, and that's what I was reaching for, but I was like, I don't have any, so whatever. And then I have these pair that I like, but it's like metal, so it gets super hot, especially in Texas, and it burns my face, and they're like all wonky, they're crooked. So anyway, I don't have sunglasses that are good here. And what else happened? So anyway, I decided to go to the river, right? And I don't know if it was on my way to the state park or on my way home or what, that I was thinking about signs, synchronicities, and omens, especially animal omens, because I was talking to my friend's mom about like the animal, the medicine cards deck and like power animals and stuff. And I remembered in the book I was listening to recently about how to develop your psychic abilities, she talks about how like you have to discern when an animal especially is a sign. Like crows flying around in your backyard might not be a sign, but if a crow is on your car every day when you go to leave, that's probably a sign or something, right? And she talked about how she was praying, driving one day, asked for a sign, and a cardinal flew in her car. So anyway, I get to the river, and as I'm walking in the parking lot, also I tried to go to a new spot. I ended up across the street from the same place I went day before yesterday, and I couldn't find a good place like to be in the water to the place I went today, so I just crossed the street and went to where I was day before yesterday. As I'm walking up to the rocks, I kind of like slipped on some mud, and this guy saw me, and I thought he was like laughing because he saw me, and so I smiled, and then he was like, hey. And in my mind I'm thinking, I'm new as fuck here, I don't know anyone here, who could this possibly be? And so I just kind of like, he could tell I didn't know who he was. And then he was like, it's Davi, you're going to be watching my dog or pet sitting for me or something. And I was like, oh my gosh, hi. Him and his wife and his whole family were there. And these are the people that I'm going to be dog sitting for in 6 weeks, starting next week. So I'm like, that's crazy. Like, what are the odds they're there? To me, that just means these people are supposed to be in my reality, right? So then I get in the water and I'm back floating. Mind you, I'm just thinking on the way here about how when it comes to animals and bugs and stuff, it has to be very specific. I'm back floating in the water. That's my thing. That's like where I find ultimate peace. I'm back floating in the river, and a dragonfly lands on my fucking nose. Like multiple times. I kept like putting my face under the water and coming back out, and it kept landing, and I was like, I wish I had my phone. This is fucking crazy. I have a video recently from the day before, like on my drive down here, a bunch of dragonfly synchronicities that happened to me. Here's the front of the video if you're interested in looking at it. But that's a big sign for me. So that was like, okay, yes, this is a sign. So sometime after that, I'm sitting on my towel. I pull out a frozen burrito to start heating up in the sun a little more so that I can eat it. I get on my phone. This woman that I met at the drum circle the other night, that I told you guys I hung out with the whole night, her name's Tina. She added me on Facebook. I look down and this says Tina's Burritos, and I flip it over and this is literally called Tina's. I had no fucking idea, and I'm just like, that's crazy. That's a weird synchronicity. So then I'm sitting on the rocks by the water, and I hear this man behind me say, hey ma'am, and I turn around and he was like, do you want some sunglasses? I just found them. He had been like scuba diving or just like snorkeling the whole time, and he was like, I found some sunglasses, do you want them? And I was like, hopefully nobody's like, oh, are those my glasses? He was like, no, they won't, let me see how they look. And I fucking love them. And then it wasn't until after he walked away, first of all, I looked down at the rock, fucking dragonfly lands right next to me on the rock right after he gives these to me. And then I'm just thinking like, God, I'm so fucking lucky. I just got a free pair of sunglasses. And then I was like, wait, on the way here this morning before you left, you were just thinking about how you don't have any fucking sunglasses here. Like, that is what I mean when I say that money is just a tool in the 3D. But like, there are other ways that things can come into our reality. Money is like the middleman that we use here, but like, I don't need money. I need sunglasses. I don't need money. I need a place to stay, you know? So we have to release attachment to how we'll get these things, but just trust that we will. And, oh, I forgot the craziest part. When I pull into the, well, not craziest, but just started off the synchronicities. When I pull in and I get out of the car and I'm walking in the parking lot, I see 144, which has like been a constant synchronicity for me throughout my journey the past couple years. I see a license plate with 144 and then a truck with spirals on it, painted on the window. And spirals is like a huge thing for me. If you've been following me, you know. And then on my way back to the car, I saw 717 on a license plate, which is like my grandpa's number for me. So I'm just feeling like, holy fucking shit, very aligned today. There's also more, but they're just small things. Right after the sunglass incident, I pick up my book and I read this part. It's like each one of us is wearing a particular type of glasses. The lenses could be rosy, green convex, yellow concave, purple prismatic, or any other variation. Through meditation, we come to recognize the glasses we are wearing and gain the capacity to remove them. So it's just crazy. It's just like, synchronicity is just a way to reassure me that like I am living in flow and that I am on the right path. And today has just been like all over all day, and I love it. And I feel like before I would have just gone through life not appreciating these small things, but I am feeling like overjoyed and like appreciating them. And I did gratitude affirmations on the way there. So I was already like in an attitude of gratitude, which I feel like helped, like, I don't know, attract these things to me. What a beautiful, magical life. If you're interested in following my journey and seeing what happens when I'm just living in flow, please give me a follow.